morning, guys. Agenda Rights. A Monday in the house. How you doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad, man. I've had a 12-hour shift today, and I've just watched athletics this evening, which has been really exciting. World records and fast times and shocks and people faking COVID. But yeah, it's all good. No allows.
You think you faked it?
I've seen a statement just now saying he had COVID. I'm thinking, come on, man, you come out there running and jumping and getting the crowd going. You know, you just got beaten by the better man on the day. That's it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Olympics has been great, really good and top quality stuff, and that's what we want to see. And it's a great segue for the start of the season, which was perfect. Go from one great sport into the football season, and I'm buzzing. I'm ready for it.
France are in the Olympic final, right?
I'm a track and field man. I haven't really watched the football. I don't know. Are they in the?
Yeah, I think I saw a meme with Thierry Henry dancing the other day. So I think they actually made the final. But to be honest, I don't give a toss about international football.
Yeah.
I mean, we're back on Saturday. I can't bloody wait. But look, let me just big up Solo.
Yeah, before you do, I want to big you up. What's going on? How's things?
Bro, I'm good, man. I just want the game to start on Monday. I want Man United to buy players. I want them to get rid of all of the trash. It's like I go to bed and I think, okay, it's going to happen tomorrow. And then I wake up, I hear ping, 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 ping. Obviously, Matty, we're in the same group, bruv.
Yeah.
And you're waiting for something to happen. On Monday, I don't want to be that frustrated guy in it. I don't want to be that frustrated guy. I've already heard that I'm the angry one on the channel, and I didn't think I was, but I can feel that they're pissing me off, bro. They're really starting to piss me off.
It's but I think we talk about it. Let's greet the guys in the comments, but we will talk about it.
All right, well, Solo, howdy, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Matthew Bassett, big up. Bilal is saying big up as well. Andrew Williams, yes, my friend. I hope you're doing well, man.
Andrew.
Simon Warner, what's happening, my friend? I hope you're doing well as well, man. Boy, I don't even know where to start, man. My head feels like it's gonna explode on Monday. We got Man City on Saturday, and obviously we want to win the game. It's a pre-season, but we want to win the game. Big up Mitesh. What's happening? I haven't seen you before. I hope you're doing well, my friend. So the press conference, I was so mad. I didn't even listen to all of the press conference. This is where it beggars belief. Maguiire, I doubt. Lindalof, I doubt. Bissaka, I understand him being a doubt because obviously he might get sold.
Okay.
Luke fucking Shaw is a doubt on Monday for the game.
How come?
Well, he hasn't said. Martinez isn't a doubt for the game. He's come back.
Oh, Martinez is going to play.
Yeah, Martinez is available to play.
Okay,
Bruno is available to play.
Right.
They came at the same time as Luke Shaw. So we're paying him all of that money for him to sit down on his fat fucking ass, to get himself fit for the World Cup, to then be training like some madman for 4 weeks to play 155 minutes of fucking football, and then he can't play for us, and we're the ones paying his fucking wages.
I was about to say that England don't pay their wages, do they? We're the ones that pay his wages, and he's committed. Seems like he's committed to them. I didn't know that, and I can understand why you'd be a bit frustrated with that. That's news to me that Luke Shaw might not be playing. But as we gave a little, did you see the feature we did on Amas yesterday? Opportunity knocks. Come out there, be aggressive, and if he has to play him.
I have no problem Amas playing. You
want to have a pop up? Sure. Go on. Let's.
I just think it's
tell us.
Let it
out, Mr. B.
I don't give a shit about international football in it.
Yeah.
I'm not a football player, and maybe, but
can I just say this to your son? You are a legend. Do you remember that? He watches you play football. You coach him. So don't forget that. Don't say you're not a football player, because to your son in the playground, he's like, my dad, blah blah blah. You know.
All right, fair enough.
So don't ever say that.
All right, I'm not an international footballer, and I'm never gonna play for my country. But the fact that we were saying this before the tournament, why is he going? Why is he going? He needs to come back, and then he comes back fucking not available to play. Bruv, somebody's taking the piss out of us, man.
But do you know what it is? Any idea what the problem is?
He's a fat fuck.
Oh God, I should have asked you. I knew that would come out. Yeah. Anyone know what's going on? Back four is all cropped to Simon Warner. Andrew saying, I don't really care about signings. We need to get people out of the club. We got to get six. Get six, the number six defensive midfielder. Why don't we have any good academies centre backs like Tunzabi? Says Mitesh. Good question. We've got Fish, and who's the other guy? The Bennett, is it? I don't care about the C games. It's the Charity Shield games. It's a bit of a glorified preseason game, as you mentioned there, Mr. B. I have a new name for Eric Ten Hag's football philosophy. It's called Word Salad and Press. Wembley coming, and we're already up the creek. Skeleton crew again. To Simon Warner. Mr. B, you're only saying this now. No. He thinks he pays us when he plays. That's about Luke Shaw. What was I banging on about in here before they went on tour? We all ignored Andrew because he's talking about this already. I apologize if we ignored you about that, but it turned out to be right. We need some players. We're falling apart. It's breaking up for me. Okay, it was breaking up for you. I'm not sure. Someone help. And finally, Matthew Bass is saying it. Mr. B on a Monday. When do you start playing football again? When does your season start, Mr. B?
I've had two pre-seasons. We won one, got absolutely smashed in the other one. So I'll be honest, I needed a break and a rethink, man. So my next game's the 17th, and then 17th, 24th, and then it just goes on. My season will be starting basically. Okay. So I think from 17th, I got 3 games, and then we're in.
When are you starting, Matthew? We haven't started yet. We had a few complications. We've advertised for a goalkeeper. We might have a goalkeeper coming in. We're recruiting players, basically. We've had big bumping of heads, and meetings and discussions. There's been a lot of back and forth going, about them and us, meaning the players and the management. And it's tough. It's a tough old thing. And people have left. I had a really close person to me, my assistant manager, or the guy who does all the admin, who runs the club, basically. He's left because he's had enough. And because there's a lot of bad attitude. So we've still fixing things, but we've got training this Sunday, and then after the following Sunday we start to have games. And I think people turn up when they know it's games. They will start turning up. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be playing again. My preseason starts Sunday. Good luck, Matty. Give us an update, Matty. Let's do an update every week about how you get on, and maybe some video would be nice as well. All right. So we probably don't have a back four. Let's talk about the positive. Who is available? So we've got Wan-Bissaka, we've got Martinez.
Wan-Bissaka's not playing. Wan-Bissaka's a doubt. He's a doubt. Ten Hag said he's a doubt.
Also, Dalot's been away on international duty.
But how much game time are they gonna have? I mean, Dalot, is he gonna rush Dalot back for a meaningless game? It is a pre-season, but he still won a decent team out. Is he gonna rush him back for a meaningless game where he could get injured to start the game, or is he gonna play him? He has to get some minutes. I wouldn't like to think he was going to be starting Dalot, but we might not have an option.
Well, Dalot's back, isn't he? We haven't heard that he's injured, so no doubt about it, he will be playing. I don't think it's an issue. Dalot, as you know, he models himself on Ronaldo. He's a real good pro, isn't he? He gets himself in good condition, and I think there's no concerns really about turning up out of shape, unlike the other fullback on the left-hand side. That's a different story altogether. I can't believe Luke Shaw's injured. I think reputation precedes him, and people will be cussing like you are, and I'm seeing it in the chat as well. So yeah, Dalot probably will be available. Martinez will be available. Got Johnny Evans. You say Maguiire.
Martinez can't start the game on Monday.
Why not?
They've only been back in training like.
Johnny Evans has been playing pre-season tour.
No, Evans has. I'm talking about Martinez. I tell you what, look.
Come on, Mr. B. What, Mr. B? Wait. Are you claiming that they can't? They need a preseason game to get fit for this game? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
what I'm saying is the way that our medical staff is at our club, and the way that these people just keep playing players and making them break down. I don't want to be taking the chance. If Martinez is going to play, give him half an hour at the end of the game. Don't start him. Don't start him because
Surely not. I mean, come on, Mr. B. I hope you got a solo 11 or something to go.
I spoke to
let's
Solo.
not go there yet, but let's talk.
Right.
Let's talk first. So what you're saying to me, this is what I'm trying to get my brain around. You're saying that the guys have been away on international duty shouldn't walk back into the team.
No, I'm not saying no.
They should have a behind the doors closed training. They'd be training already, wouldn't they? Aren't they? Surely they're training right now. They'd be getting themselves ticking over, and the game at Wembley will help them. I can't see any risk about injury or anything like that. You've got to play your strongest team. It is a competition. It is a cup.
Strongest team. Do you really think we should be playing our strongest team for this game?
Come on. We're playing them. It's a derby against Man City, who are going to be out for revenge for the FA Cup final. Come on. Surely we've got to play our strongest team.
No. The strongest team is what you play against Fulham. This is our last pre-season friendly. Yes, it's a trophy to Arsenal and all those clubs who don't win trophies regular, but it's a pre-season game. So you want us to go out there with our strongest team, Martinez, Dalot, whoever else they're going to squeeze in that left back. You want Bruno to play.
Yep.
I'm going to assume you want Bruno to play. You want Xerxes to start.
Yep.
Or do you want San? You understand? So you want us to go out there with our strongest team, knowing that we've got Fulham 6 days later.
Yeah, I do. We're playing them on a Friday, aren't we?
Yeah, Friday night. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that'd be good. That's the first game of the season. Wow, we're opening up the season. Yeah, Mr. B, come on. You know, when the starting lineup comes out, you're going to see the first team players. You can see Bruno's and Martinez, all the guys that have been in international duty because of the issues we've got with injury as well. What are you going to do? Recruit some 15-year-old to come in the side, or bring in Obi Martin for his first game? You know, I can't see that happening. Surely, you know, even though I haven't seen the press conference, but surely if these players are out and we're struggling for a back four, we'll get that done. But we have to play a semi-strong side, and we have to consider bringing these guys back in just to get them ticking over. Otherwise, they would play no preseason games and walk into that Fulham game, which is competitive and hard.
They'll get minutes. They'll get minutes, but I don't. Right. I just
say not start.
I don't. Yeah, I just don't think we should be going so strong. Right. I really. At the end of the day, we've still got. These players' minutes still need to be managed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm. Look, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people in the chat think that we should be going strong, but I don't think so. I think we should just be treat it as another preseason game where, you know, he plays them. He may well start Martinez. 45 minutes. If he's going to start,
I mean, you're making a good argument because some people agree. And you look, Kieran's saying here, I'm with Mr. B. What if we get an injury and we end up dropping points to Fulham? So, what if we lose the Charity Shield 6-0 to City? I mean, come on.
Yeah, but we won the trophy that counted already.
Yeah, Mr. B. Please, how can you say that? Mr. B, you know full well if we lose this game and Charity Shield, you're going to feel it from your rival fans that are WhatsApping you every day.
6-0. You know? If it's a 6-0, yeah. But if we lose 2-1,
okay,
or a 3-2, there's no issue. It's not a problem. It's bragging rights for the team who won. And I actually don't care if we don't win. I'm going to say I don't care if we don't win. That's wrong. I want us to win every game we play. But the bigger picture is Fulham. Yeah, they need to understand hopefully the new tactics that they've employed in training. And they do need to be able to implement it. But if he's going to go strong, it has to be 45 minutes strong.
Let me touch on comments. I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got for the lineup. Let's just do a few comments here. At this rate, we have to get the two Nevilles out and Rio out of retirement, says Simon Warner. City don't care about this game, feels Matty. I'm sure they do. With our Crocs squad, City will walk all over us, says Simon Warner. I don't want that. I don't want to be losing like that. I'm with Mr. B, as we said earlier. If we get an injury, then we end up dropping points against Fulham. Andrew's saying here, City been poor in load of Community Shields in recent years. Matthew Bassett saying, I'd rather lose to City than run the risk of injuries against Fulham. Ten Hag will be sacked sooner or later and Southgate is incoming. No, don't say that. Don't say it, Aces. So Saturday is a semi-competitive pre-season curtain raiser with a token trophy up for grabs. Extra training and no injuries is all that really matters. Voice of reason, Stephanie. Thank you. So what if we lose 6-0? Would you rather lose to them in the Shield or beat them in the league? Kieran, you asked me a question. You know the answer. I'm not. I mean, you put me on the spot there. I'm going to answer 6-0. Like, come on. Man City fans won't even bother bragging. Where are they? We don't even hear about them. We have a tendency of losing the first game of the new season. 11 likes right so far, guys. If you're watching, just press the likes. Oh, stop what you're doing. Just press the like button for us. Let's see what Mr. B's lined up with these starting lineup with what you know.
All right. Do you want the solo 11 in? Yeah.
Yeah, I want the solo 11.
Okay. That is Solo's 11.
So Solo, if you don't know Solo is the founder of this wonderful podcast, and he's no longer with us, but he does chip in.
He hasn't passed away though.
Yeah.
Like he's dead.
It does feel like he's a big loss, but what he does contribute every game, a solo 11, bringing his tactical insight and maybe a bit of inside knowledge because he knows a few top Man United men. So this is a solo 11 who what he predicts will be the starting 11 against the mighty Man City. Should we go through the side, Mr. B?
Yeah. We've got the new risk-taking Onana, who said he's going to be playing more risky football. I don't know how that's going to work. He's gone Murray right back, Bennett with Evans and Amas. Yep. Well, I think Amas will start anyway. He's gone Collier again, who has been playing pre-season. Mason Mount. I'm going to be really interested to see where Mason Mount plays this season. I'm really curious. Obviously Casemiro, the new slimline Casemiro, who still ain't got no legs. Ahmad, who I think has been our star of pre-season. Sancho, who obviously they're talking up as getting this shadow striker role. Bruno can play there, to be fair, and obviously Rashford on the left. Talk to me, man. I already know that you're thinking that back four ain't going to be playing that back four.
You know what it is with these. I'm really happy with these graphics for the season. You've had to get everyone's face on, even the youngsters, just in case. And you've actually got the youngsters like Amas and Bennett and all these guys. You got their face up, so that's cool because I didn't recognize them seeing them like this. I know Onana. I know that face anywhere. Staring off into the distance, I don't know what he's thinking about. He should be focused on the goal. The right back Bennett, I didn't see enough of him in the pre-season tour. I don't think he's good enough. Otherwise, he would have stood out to me. The centre backs, I think, with Fish and
didn't Fish get injured in the last game?
Oh, is that why? That why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Bennett then playing. He was this is the under-18 captain, isn't it? What's his name again?
Bennett.
So who's the right back? Sorry, I'm getting confused.
Right back's Murray.
Oh, Murray, forgive me. Yeah, so Murray right back. I just think, he's likely to get ripped apart by the Belgian boy. What's his name?
Or Grealish, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, wow. Grealish got something to prove this year. The centre back, too young. I don't think you should be throwing him in against Man City. Evans, he's just experienced. He would try to keep it together and talk these guys through. And he's got a big job talking to 3 youngsters around him, getting the line right. Hopefully Evans can talk them through the game if this is the starting lineup. So the defense is a bit shaky straight away, but it's an opportunity. I think also the pros and cons are a bit shaky against Man City, but it's an opportunity to shine. So hope these boys are up for it and not having sleepless nights and vomiting on the morning of the game, because it is nerve-wracking coming up against the best team in the land. What your thoughts on defense or anything? If you want to go to
I'm hoping I'm hoping we get a centre back available to play. I'm really hoping we get
definitely. Yeah. Sorry, let's just pick up Brendan, Brenny 74, Sprenny K74. Good friend of ours, good friend of the channel as well, Arsenal supporter. But yeah, one of the boys then. We've grown up together. So respect to you, Brendan. Hope everything's well. And obviously, Brendan was saying to me the other day he's related to Karani James, the Grenadian 400-meter runner. So big up to you. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know on Monday. I'm hoping that there's a centre back available.
Okay.
Whether it's Maguiire or Lindalof. Like you, I don't think we should be going in with so much youth. Amas, he's going to play a lot of games this season. He's going to play a lot of games this season. A lot more than probably anticipated. So I'm hoping he doesn't get wrecked, because obviously he did okay against Salah in pre-season, but the league is it's a whole different ball game, the league. Evans, no problem with Evans playing. Hopefully he won't have to play the whole game. Yeah, he will probably have to play the whole game. But yeah, it's the right back situation. That's the one that's really pissing me off, because if Wan-Bissaka, I just don't see Dalot starting the game. Now, if he goes in, don't get me wrong, if he goes in with Dalot, Amas, Evans, and Martinez, then all of a sudden it's not going to look so bad. But then these players' times needs to be monitored. Do they go in there all out and then change? If he's going to do that, fine. Play your best team for 45 minutes. Play Bruno. Play whoever else you want to play. And then the second half, do what you've been doing pre-season. Let everybody know that you're taking a piss. You know what I mean? Or go to the hour and then bring everybody off. I'm just worried about injuries. I'm really worried about injuries.
What I'm not worried about is the midfield so much. I mean, with what we've got available, big up Solar. I'm quite happy with that. I'll go with that. And obviously on the bench, you've got Mainu to come in, and Eriksen still hanging around, sniffing around. McTominay still sniffing around. So the midfield seems okay. We could rotate and mix it up, but it would be nice to see Kolia get a game after his performances in the pre-season.
You say the midfield's okay. You're calling that midfield. If we didn't buy another midfielder, would you be happy going into the season with that?
No, of course not. I mean, we mentioned this the other day, didn't we, about the midfield and how sort of vulnerable we're looking. So I did a little profile on the Berg guy yesterday, and I know you're not going to like this, but I think he's all right. I think it would be a good signing.
No, you sold him to me. No,
right,
I listened to it this morning, driving into central London.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's not my first choice. If we could get him, because it sounds like he plays at 6 or an 8. He plays an 8 for club, for country, and now he plays 6 for country and 8. So he's got those attributes. He's quick. He's quicker than I thought he was some slow, cumbersome, but he covers ground. Yeah. And that's more the part of it that I was more, Jesus, we're going to get another Casemiro. The fact that he's 6'5" and left-footed, he will bring balance to the team and a lot of height, which means that maybe they can ship out Scott. But like I said a couple of days ago, they need to just take the chance, get the player in, so that the player knows that the player that's in his position knows, raw, I can't stay here.
Yeah,
and they've got to be gone. But obviously they want to do it the other way. And at the moment, the players, these players have got the power, you know.
I know, you know what is, Mr. B? We know when we're trying to research a player that we're not familiar with, and you go on YouTube and you go and check a video. What I just realised while watching this video is they're never going to show any bad bits. You know what I'm saying? So they're always going to show the pros and not the cons. So I'm watching him and I'm getting gassed up, thinking, okay. Because then I realise highlights. It's not saying Berg
whole game.
Yeah. They're not saying low lights. They're saying the highlights. So I'm thinking, I'm getting confused here because I'm thinking this guy is the next big thing. But really, it's obviously he probably made the video himself, you know. Like, try to say, I'm a good player. Get me out of here.
I mean, look, if the deal can be done, I don't mind buying players from a relegated team. But when you're bidding 20 and all of a sudden Burnley with their big chest want 30, there's something wrong in it.
Right.
So you bid 15 because that's really what he's worth. And then if you have to go to 17, then fine. But would you take him over Amrabat? I would take him over Amrabat.
Yeah, I
because
would.
I think he's more physically imposing
Yeah,
than Amrabat.
100%, bro.
You know, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what he does put out. I think the front three picks itself. The
Not,
central midfield.
sorry, can I just ask? You said the front three picks itself. Where's Bruno and where's Xerxes?
Well, Xerxes, I don't think Xerxes going to start. He could
Is he
do. To be
injured?
fair,
Is he
to be
injured?
fair, Ramonde, Xerxes been training a long time.
There you
You
go.
know, we were on tour when he was there training,
Yeah.
and he had played, and he's fit. So, you know what? He could draw a card. He could draw a card because if Xerxes starting the season, he has to know, obviously, what going with everybody else. So,
Yeah.
you know what? That could actually, the Xerxes one could be a good call. But then, is he trying to keep Sancho sweet because he doesn't want him to be fucking tweeting bullshit again?
Good question.
Do you know what I mean?
You have to ask that question. If Sancho starts, look, I want to see Xerxes play, and I think it's a great opportunity for him to introduce himself to the best team. Say Man City, look at me. I think he'd be up for it. But we don't want him to get injured either. We just don't want any injuries, like you said. You're right, Mr. B. I was going into this game all excited, but we have to go in there sort of tiptoeing in and tiptoe out, hopefully get a result without get these guys in cotton wool and get them in the ice bath immediately afterwards and warm them down, because the season's more important, as the guys said in the comments. But yeah, big up Collier, big up Mount. These guys have got a lot to prove, a lot of motivation, and all three of these midfielders got something to prove this year. Casemiro, he's got something to prove to the fans. He's got to win them over. Someone who's skinning teeth, as our guy Amad Diallo. I think he's the revelation this year. Everyone's excited to see what he can do, because they don't want Anthony in the side, but it's all pro. Amad.
It's not because they don't want Anthony in the side, bro. Amad's proved. I think he's proved that. I think he's the only player who has nailed down a position this preseason.
Okay.
If you look at it, and Onana, obviously Onana ain't got no competition, but really and truly, you've got to say, I mean, who else? Who else is Casemiro? There's a doubt, you know. Mount, where's he gonna play? Collie is definitely not starting. Rashford is, as Stephanie has put, is only starting pre-season because Garnacho's been out. He's been away, because if it was on last season's form, he wouldn't be starting. You know, he now knows he's got maybe 3 games where if he don't score, Garnacho's going to hold his ass and take his place again. So he's under pressure. But then Sancho, so it's, say there's 2 players. Really? You disagree? Agree?
Look, it's a squad game, isn't it? Just the only concern I have is the defense. I would like another 2 senior players in the side, starting with 3 youngsters and Evans. It's like, nah, man, it's too much for Evans at his age to be managing those 3. Apart from that, I'm quite happy with the side. We played. Look, we haven't got beaten out of sight. Even in the Liverpool game, I thought we played pretty well. And I think we'll be up for it. This is it's been 5-6 weeks of training. I think now it's showtime. It's time to perform. So I'm looking forward to it. Should we do some comments?
Yes, let's go through them.
Okay, let's move this. I want to say big up to everyone who's tuning in right now. Obviously, Brenny's in the house. He said, do you think that there will be a lot of pressure on Maynard this coming season? In a word, no, I don't think any pressure. He doesn't seem the type to sort of fold under any sort of pressure. He's cool as a cat. Agree, Mr. B?
Yes, yeah. Mainly won't have a problem. One, his playing style. He's not that kind of aggressive and about and player, but yeah, man, I just think he's gonna grow, man. I don't have a problem. Mainu's not going to be our issue next season. Trust me.
Okay. Andrew's gone. He's gone to pick up his missus from work. So up the Devils, and please, we lose 2-0. Speaking of missus, here's mine. Christine Howley, how you doing? Good evening. She's smiling. Hope you had a good time at the gym tonight. She's a gym fiend, I'll tell you, man. She loves the gym more than anything. 2-3 classes a night. Crazy. Anyway, maybe she could play at fullback. Get your boots on. Simon Warner saying here, I just hope that Martinez doesn't pick up any injuries again. We need that powerhouse in the back. Big up to Richard. How you doing, Rich? Richard Dawkins say good evening. What's the situation with Maguire? If Bissaka's injured, then who on earth is going to buy him? He's not
I said,
injured, is he?
no, he's what I'm hoping is that he's not playing because he's going to get sold. That's
Oh, right. I see.
that's what I've got in my head. We don't need him injured. You know what I mean? But come the Fulham game, Dallow's going to be there to start the Fulham game anyway. So then it's going to be up to Wan-Bissaka to decide what he wants to do. But for tomorrow, I just think that maybe something might happen and they can't really afford to let him get injured.
Okay. Simon is saying here, Xerxes could come on around an hour mark. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I can go with that. A couple more comments here. I'm definitely concerned, says Richard. Where is Anthony, says Simon Warner? Probably getting sold, hopefully. I don't want Anthony in the side, says Richard. Ten Hag will play his adopted son, Anthony. See, someone comes on here to wind us up, and that's Solo.
Yeah.
Why, if you felt that, why didn't you put him in your solo 11? Simon Warner saying here, can we have Beyonde in goal? It's only a charity shield, not really a major trophy.
No chance.
And where's McTominay injured on the bench? Do you know what's happening with McTominay, Mr. B?
No, he's available. He's available to play. But you know me already. I'm never putting in McTominay in any starting lineup for us. So
the question was asked about Mainu. Can he handle the pressure this year? Simon says he seems to be managing quite well. And finally, Stephanie saying here, so if we sell Wan-Bissaka, do we go and get Maz straight away? Can you pronounce it?
Mazraoui. I know you can't pronounce it. I was in hysterics. And then you got Dora pronouncing it wrong. You got a man telling you the spelling in the chat. Mazraoui. I tell you, I'm on day. Just call him Maz. It's cool, man. It's no headache, man. Look, after 2 weeks, if you don't buy him, you're never gonna have to say his name again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, big up, guys, in the comments. It's gonna be an interesting game. I think Man City. Let's talk Man City quickly, Mr. B. So I've heard that they've sold Alvarez for £81 million.
They bought him for 14, bruv. They bought him for 14. You know what I mean? They know how to flip players, man. You know.
Do you like him? I thought he was a very good player.
I thought he was a good player. But he's won the World Cup, he's won whatever else he's won, Copa America, he's did the treble 2 years ago and won the league this year. He's done everything he needs to do. So why does he need to be sitting behind Haaland? You know what I mean? And guess what? You know, Pep says if you don't want to stay, then you know you can go. And he's true to his word. If a man wants to go, Bar Edison, who they seem to be holding on to, they will go. So,
how do you feel about that? I mean, I think that's a good strategy because if your player's not happy and you want to leave, then he's going to sell it. I don't think there's any egos in his side. I don't think he has any superstars in his side, which is something good. It's only since Messi. When Messi was there, obviously he's an outstanding player, better than most, head and shoulders above most players. But he doesn't seem to have superstars, and you can see the way. If you said to me, "Who's Man City's best player?" Usually it would be De Bruyne, and you see the way he treats De Bruyne. It's not like if you're not playing well, he would drag you off.
Yeah, drags you off. Yeah,
a few times, and De Bruyne had to soak that up and gulp and come off the pitch, knowing, boy, I might be the best player here, but there's no guarantee. It's about team, so I respect that about Pep. Most certainly. Can we put Dora's chickens out at Wembley as a back four? Simon Warner 3-1 says. To United, says Richard. Alvarez profit will cover the 150 fines in November. And we've been linked with Edison from Atalanta. Is he a midfielder, that guy? I think so.
Yeah, central midfielder. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. That's the lineup. Prediction? Should we have a score prediction?
Mr. B? Look, I'll go 1-1 in full time. 1-1 full time. And whatever happens in penalties is penalties. I think we'll draw the game.
This is the thing. I'm still unsure about what sort of lineup we're going to put out, and I think it would depend on what lineup we have to decide how we play and what the result will be. But I'm going to say City. I think they're just too much for us. I've seen them beat Chelsea the other day. They've had a good tour. They
Chelsea.
Jesus. Well, yeah, there might be. But like you said, we're not complete yet. But what I would like to see, I don't. If we lose, we lose. Fair enough. Don't lose badly, but I want to see
play.
I want to see a little bit of style of play, and I want to see a few cameos, especially with Xerxes. Xerxes has really got me excited, bro. I'm looking forward to him. I think, like when you're a kid and you run out there and say, Brian Robson, I'm Brian Robson in the playground, that sort of thing. I think I'm going to be doing that this season. I'm going to say to the boys at my club, give me the number 10. I'm a deep line forward now. Don't call me Zach. Don't call me Zach. Remember Zeus from Zed on his thing? He had straight Zed in his shirt. I want to be. Don't call me Zach anymore. Call me Zachary.
Oh God!
I like the way he plays, and I think as a big man myself, I want to watch him and say, all right, I'm going to try and do that on the Sunday.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Well, look, there's new things happening at your club. You might get full ownership. You can do what you want, then, innit?
Yeah. By the way, you're right. It's really interesting, isn't it, about FA and what they're demanding. So you had to do a safeguarding course, didn't you? So it's only one person from the club that has to do it. That's right. So we actually had to do it the other day.
No, we've got basically our club.
Yeah,
we had all of the managers had to do it. We had our chairman had to do it.
Oh, wow.
There's about 10 of us that ended up.
How many teams have you got in your?
Well, we thought we were going to have 5, but we've got 4. So we've kind of covered ourselves in regards to we've got 2 for each team, and then obviously the management side of it, we've got them to do it as well. But it is what it is, man. There's too much weird things going on. So look, I understand why they've done it. Yeah. It's just the inconvenience. So sorry, finish your story. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so basically, so we had to do, obviously, it's funny because you told me about this and I said, I ain't heard nothing yet. Then I got a text from my old manager, Ray, who runs the league, basically. He said, what's going on? We're trying to sort out your thing. We can't register you yet.
Until we affiliate you. Yeah.
So I said, all right, yeah. So I made one phone call, spoke to Darren, and he said, yeah, he's going to go and do the test. Right. So one of us had to choose to do it. He volunteered to do it. He's done it now. So we're going to be in the league. The other good thing about it is Darren is also going to be part of the committee, the league committee. So when it comes to fixtures and banning teams, he will have a say in that as well.
And you're up, how good.
Yeah. So, whereas before we used to get screwed around a bit with fixtures and all that, we probably help us get good fixtures. Every season there seems to be like a rule they introduce. Last season, the one that really annoyed me, Mr. B, is the foul throw. It's like you can get away with a foul throw the last season. Do you remember that? Our players got pulled up for foul throws, and I'm.
Oh, really? Yeah, they were pulling them up for foul. We never had that. We never had that leniency, and I lose my mind. There's certain things as a big man, I'm sorry. That's the most irritating thing for me. Yeah. You can't take a throw on. Are you fucking mad?
What is it? Why can't people take throw-ons? I think it's most easy.
Right. If you can't take a throw on, don't go over there to take the throw on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When people what makes me laugh, there's always someone that says, give me the throw, I can make a big throw. And they lift their leg up or something stupid like that. And I think, why do you, Or they do a short throw and they don't do it right. It's like,
so it's a foul throw because there's no technique. Yeah.
So the whole point, traditionally, with a throw, you used to have the ball here and you have to follow through a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't do it like that. It has to be a throw, like physical throw. Like that, in a way. Any other rules that you know about? I know, they're tightening up now about how you speak to refs. You can't be disrespectful. You can't. So, Mr. B, I don't know.
We've had that for ages.
Maybe you need to read this rule because swearing and cussing and
you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'll be honest. I don't care. You see, on the Saturday, I cuss my players. I don't get involved with the ref. Okay. The ref does his job. I will tell my players about their blowout. I don't care. If they don't want to play for me and they want to sulk on Monday, that's fine. That's fine. I used to be a lot worse. So
you
now
have a bit, haven't you? A little bit.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, I think I have. And my little, sometimes the boys there, and I got kind of, try and hold them out or choose another, less aggressive way of talking. But look, I'm not going to change. It's football, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there'll be another new rule that they're going to implement this year to try to make it different. We'll soon find out anyway. But it's all on, isn't it? Simon's saying here, somehow I think the youngsters will score in the match as they did in the cup final. They will give City a game. Oh, yeah, they'll be up for it. And talk about throw-ins. Tyrone, how you doing? He says, don't the hands have to come from behind the head to do a throw-in? Yes, they do. Since when you become referee and you're scrutinising my throw-ins, Tyrone? Go on, blow your whistle. Go on, give me a red card. There you go. Yeah, that's the comments.
Listen, man, we are done then, aren't we?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
What's on tomorrow?
Well, look, we'll be on at 9 o'clock again tomorrow.
Okay.
So we'll, whatever news comes out, we know we ain't gonna buy no player. It's gonna be all about the FA Cup, and then we'll be back. Look, hit the notification bell so you know when we will be back. But yeah, we'll definitely be back tomorrow.
Okay. On that note, guys, I'm gonna do the subvids outro. Make sure you enjoy this before it shuts down. Thanks again for joining us, guys. Make sure you press the like button. Appreciate all the comments, and we'll be back up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Good night.